because the main three is sun,
moon,
and your ascendant.
Or they call it rising.
Rising, yeah. So, and the reason why we got into this is because, like, you know, just going, you know, the internet, like, especially shout out to like Dolo.
Yeah, Dolo the pilot man.
Like,
Light balls.
He's like the first one I knew that he explained the cusp signs, because I always wonder, you know, at the beginning, this is like 2018, I was wondering, you know, it was a few astrologers talking about cusp, but they didn't talk in depth about cusp signs. And he's the one I seen with his videos where he talked about cusp signs, and it's like, damn, it's like he was right on point. And like ever since then, I've just been hooked, and like just new, you know, just starting to grow in the area of knowing, you know, and learning about astrology, you know, all aspects and everything about astrology and spirituality and those things, you know. And like
basically it resonate, because he kind of put me on to Dolo the pilot man. And I'm like, okay, and I got my birth chart down. I'm like, this start making sense to me why I was a certain ways I was. 'Cause I always wonder, why am I like this? Or why am I kind of like this, but I'm like that? Or why can I be like sensitive, but then I can be hell of aggressive? I can be very passionate. I can feel like I'm ready to go to war over it all, and then cry over it.
Because your Mars in Aries, his Mars is in Aries. See me, I'm like, I got Aries moon, so it's in my emotions. I feel it right away, and it's in the 5th house. And then I got Mars in Taurus, so for me, my anger builds up. it takes time, but once it explodes, but in a Taurus way, like kind of the bull.
It's going full force at that red. Ain't no stopping it. It's coming at you.
But it takes time to build. Right. So his is like right away.
Yeah, for me, yeah,
it's a go right there.
It's a go right then and there. That's why sometimes I can seem like I can act out right on the spot. Without even thinking about it. I'm going right at it. It don't matter. It don't matter who is, what's going on. I'm going dead at it. I'll go to war for it. It don't matter. My passions, whatever it is, I'll go to war over it. Period. Exactly. But then I'm sensitive because I have a Cancer moon. That's how I feel. My emotions. So it squares that. It squares my Mars. That's a square.
Exactly.
Because cardinal water and cardinal fire. Fire feels. Water is the emotion.
Yep.
So I feel the emotion of it, but at the same time, I can be ready to go to war over it. I'm ready to fight for it. Fight whatever it takes. Like an Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. You know, they the baby too, but you know, they
always the ones that initiate.
First ones to initiate and create it. Or go through it.
Yep. Before any other sign. So and like I said, reason why we in astrology, because it plays out in real life.
In our life, yeah. Yep.
For example, it's just like your family. It goes to like after you figure out, you know, what sign you are and stuff. You can start looking at and understanding from people you are around, your surroundings of your family, your friends, anybody. Like
for instance, our dad. With us both having these Mars placements. It's funny, he has an Aries moon, I have a Mars in Aries, where it's home at, and he has an Aries moon. Our dad is a Aries sun sign. He has a lot of fire in his chart, believe it or not.
Yep.
So that's where that passion, that's where it comes from. It's like, you know.
Yep, exactly. Then my mother, she's a Aquarius sun, but she has an Aries moon like me, surprisingly. So it's like, you know, it's like you got similarities to certain people, you know, in your life, and then you got differences, and then you'll see, like, you could connect with, like, a fire sign could connect with another fire sign, be a trine, and they might can connect with an air sign, which is like a sextile, which is an opportunity.
Could be good or bad.
But then, as far as like a fire sign with a water sign, you know, it'd be especially like an Aries or a Cancer, it'd be a square, or sometimes even
a good square,
because they can learn from each other, and then because they both cardinal. That's another thing. It goes deep into that, and then you got where, like the fire. Say for example, a fire sign, say Sag, and Gemini. It's a fire and air sign, but they're opposing. They're opposing signs because they're both mutable signs, and that is opposing. It's opposites. They play out. They could get along, but they will have to balance each other.
Yeah.
In that aspect, and it goes beyond you can find your family members, your friends. You can find out where they birthday. If they know they time.
When it's born. Don't ever that any religion. I don't care what religion it is in the world. Jehovah's Witness. Don't let nobody ever tell you that the day you were born is not important in your life. The date, the time, and where you were born are one of the most important things in your life. Discovering all the different dimensions of thyself.
Yep.
Remember me saying that, thyself.
Exactly. And that's the reason why we're deep into it, man, and plays out in real life. It's right. Like everything, it plays out in real life. Experience. Exactly. And it plays out realistically with everything in life. Everything.
It's crazy.
Everything, the characteristics and everything. It's deep.
Yeah. That's what made us get deep into it. It's what made me want to go deeper. Let me find out more.
All right. And that's the reason why we started doing vlogs to just talk about reality of life, because through experience and we're both we're into spirituality, but experiencing the world, how the world is and stuff. We're not talking about no average shit that everybody else is talk about.
We're not on just no straight hood shit. We're not on no straight skateboarder shit. We're not just on no straight country boy shit. None of that shit. We just talking about how people are in life, period. Reactions, reactions, actions, everything. Why things happen the way they do sometimes. Some things can't be explained, but a lot of things can be explained. It just may not be in the way you want it, or like I said in the other video, it may not be the answer that you want, but it will give you the answer and be like, damn, such and such did that, but damn, that makes sense. It's because such and such kind of thinks like that, and he's kind of like that, and she's kind of okay, that kind of makes sense why they would be like that. It may be fucked up, but that's the truth, and that's how it is.
Is always a reason. That's another thing. People think, it just don't happen. No, everything happens for a reason. Everything. It's always something behind somebody's moves, or how they move, or how they say certain things. Because remember, in life, everybody gotta remember this. In life, ain't about what you do, it's how you do it. I repeat that. Ain't about what you do in life, it's how you do it. Remember that. It's about how you do it. And people don't get that. They think everybody can do the same thing.
Nope. Every person has their own power, their own special alignments that God, own special gifts that God and the universe gave them.
Yep.
And some things that other people can do that I can't do.
Right.
It's like some people have that good fortune, like a Pisces or a Sag. Sometimes some people, not just them, but anybody. That's just an example using a Pisces and a Sag, because that Jupiter is, planet of expansion. So, that good fortune can expand to where they might end up flipping over in a car 3 times and don't get killed, but somebody flipped over in a car same exact way 3 times and they make it out alive at all.
Yep.
Dead. Some people can do what others just can't do. And people don't want to hear that, or too stubborn to not want to hear it, but that's just how it is.
It is. Yep. And thing is, it then it goes positive, and then it go negative. Sometimes depending on your spirit, where you at spiritually, you can, the person, this person survived the car accident. This person don't, because of the frequency or their spirit where they at.
Vibration,
they vibrating low or vibrating high a certain way, and it goes, it goes beyond the physical. Is spiritual. It starts within, then external.
So within, so without.
Yep. And that's why we're deep into astrology. It explains from within then out. It's not about externally what the world tells you who you are. It's about learning about your inner self.
Yep.
And how you react to the external world.
Yep.
So that's what it's really about. That's why we into astrology.
It's not the devil or nothing like that. Guess what? The devil can be in anybody. Anybody can be the devil at any time or place, given time or place. No matter who you are. You could be the angel one day and be the devil the next day.
Everybody got a good
and bad. There's light and dark in everybody.
Exactly. Everybody is that's one thing about astrology we learn, especially spirituality. Nobody is one way. As a world, as the society and they try to teach you like everybody's one way, or they try to make everybody one way. And everybody's not one way. Everybody got different dimensions of them, different sides of them, different sides of who they are, how they, how they operate, and everybody can't do what everybody else can do, or the same thing, So everybody got their own individuality of who they are. Period.
Yep.
For real.
Basically, we ain't gonna hold it too long, but that's just how basic, reason why we go into astrology, basically,
Yep. And that's why we
still learning stuff too from different things that we doing,
Yep. And we still learn,
learning. We just telling you what we know, what we haven't learned. That's all.
Because it started in summer 2018.
Yeah.
And and ever since we stuck with it, and I ain't just stuck with it. It's because it resonates who we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no religion or nothing with someone's trying to box you in.
Right.
They want you, that's what religion and certain religions do, is box you in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only live by these certain
rules and certain rules.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do this. No, you don't have to do that.
Exactly.
You need to be one with your spirit and with spirit.
God within you.
Mm-hmm.
God is within you. Yeah. And like when people say, "Oh, people are crazy that talk to themselves," and all that. No, that's
those
God.
are some of the most intelligent people in the entire world.
Right? You listen to yourself. You listen to your spirit inside of you. You listen to God inside of you, or who you are. Period. Instead of listening to somebody else trying to tell you who you are, and then you get lost in their concept, what they think who you are.
Mm-hmm. Instead of just figuring out who you are
yourself. So, and that's it. That's why we are into astrology. We will get into detail, but listen, astrology's deep. It goes deep as shit. So, we're not gonna hold y'all. We're gonna let y'all go. This is vlog. Was it 4?
Yep.
Vlog 4, raw and uncut, and we're gonna let y'all go.
Yep.
Peace. See ya.